Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Mortgage Chicks with Hot Tips. I'm Kim Hairsted.
I'm Elizabeth Hole.
I'm Cindy Walker.
And I'm Stacy Van Skank.
Today, we're going to do a little special edition for Memorial Day. The original name for Memorial Day was called Decoration Day. Memorial Day was set aside to honor those who died in our services in the Civil War. Waterloo, New York, was declared the official birthplace of Memorial Day by President Johnson in 1966. Over 24 towns claim to be the birthplace of Memorial Day.
Well, when we were getting ready to do this episode, I did a little bit of Googling to get some fun facts about Memorial Day. First, I'd like to thank all the veterans for their service and families of veterans. But when I found my fun fact, I kind of giggled to myself because my brother is a big fan of this and I am not. So one of the long-standing traditions of Memorial Day, ladies, is the Indianapolis 500. So apparently it started in 1911. They started making lefts in 1911, and the organizers of the race put it together. But then in 1923, some stuffy politician decided he didn't think the race should be held on Memorial Day. So he went up and had a bill posted, and they voted, and everybody voted to keep the Indianapolis 500 on Memorial Day. And now, point in fact, we actually have two races, and I can't even believe that I know this now. The Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 in NASCAR. So I just thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know?
So I found a fun fact too. On Memorial Day, you're supposed to raise your flag briskly at sunrise, and then you lower it slowly at noon to honor the veterans that have passed. And then you raise it briskly again to honor the veterans that have served our country. So full staff, half staff, then back to full staff on
Oh,
Memorial
that's really
Day.
cool. That is really interesting.
You know,
You were a lot more patriotic.
originally when they called this the Decoration Day, the purpose of Decoration Day at the onset of Memorial Day was really just to go to the graves of those who've served our country and died and decorate them with flowers and wreaths. So that's how this all started. In the first year, they had over 5,000 people attend the ceremony.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so this was back in 1868. 5,000 people attended the ceremony. Today, every Memorial Day, there are 5,000 people, roughly, in audience at Arlington National Cemetery, and the president or vice president will lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
I think there's a special flower they do too. I think it's the carnation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's why the carnation is also a symbol of the.
Hey, have you
Memorial
guys
Day.
ever been to Arlington Cemetery?
No.
I have not, but
really
I've seen
cool.
it.
Is that
It's
pretty?
Beautiful
Yeah,
pictures.
we were up there like 2 or 3 years ago, and like all the graves, and then they do the march and the whole raising and lowering of the flag. It's just like really heartwarming.
So, you know, we've been talking about Memorial Day and veterans. Let's talk about some of the things we can do for our veterans as far as loans go.
So one of my favorite things about veteran loans, when veterans are disabled, if they're 100% disabled, they are exempt from not only the upfront funding fee, they're also exempt from property taxes. Not all of the property taxes, though. Everyone thinks I'm a veteran, I'm 100% disabled, I don't have to pay property taxes. They have to pay the non-ad valorem property taxes. Those are just tied to paving of a road, streets, fire
School, I think,
stations, schools.
too.
Yeah, so they do pay that portion, which is a very small portion of the tax bill. So a lot of people forget that. They think I'm exempt completely, not completely.
One of the really good benefits of a VA loan that I don't necessarily know that everybody knows about are surviving spouses can actually take full advantage of VA benefits from their family members that passed in the military. And they don't have to have died in the military for that to be eligible. So I really love how our country, really makes an attempt to help our veterans,
their
not
families.
only themselves, but their families too. So surviving spouses and family members can be eligible in a lot of instances for VA loans.
Yeah, and what a lot of the sellers don't realize, people selling their home and they're scared of a VA loan, they no longer have to pay any VA fees. So there isn't anything out there that they have to pay anymore. So they don't have to be afraid of, oh, I got to do a VA loan and I got to pay the fees for the buyer. It's no longer an item or an issue. So they
Yeah,
don't
back
have to
in the
pay
day,
anything.
they'd have to pay some of processing and underwriting, tax service.
Yeah.
Sometimes some title
termite,
fees.
Yeah.
Depending on
Now
the lender, I
there's-
mean, it could be over $2,000 worth of fees, so that's really great to know.
Yeah, so they don't have that anymore.
Well, my favorite thing with VA loan is 0 down payment. So technically, we can get a veteran in, and there's no loan limit. I mean, it depends on the lender, but you can get in, let's just say $1 million house, no down payment. And if you got the seller to pay your closing costs, literally a veteran could get into a $1 million house for no cash out of pocket. You gotta love that, ladies.
Right.
Yeah.
We do. We wish the market gave us that right now, but you know,
So
we
they
will
might
work.
have to pay their closing costs.
That's it. But,
But
what a
no
benefit.
down payment, which could save them just on
Thousands.
average
Thousands.
$20,000
Right.
up
Thousands.
front.
I had, back in the day, when there were seller concessions, when it was kind of a common thing back in the
Mm-hmm.
day, I had a veteran go to closing and actually get his earnest money check.
Yeah.
I've had that happen
Me
too.
too.
There's
Yeah.
nothing like that, and they call and they're so happy. They're like, "We love you."
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm always like, "Wait, I love you."
Yeah, thank you for
Yes,
serving
thank
our
you for
country.
serving.
Thank you for joining us on our Mortgage Chicks with Hot Tips episode, and I hope you have a nice weekend.
Don't forget, if you have any topics you'd like for us to discuss or any questions, we can be reached at mortgagechicks@vandykemortgage.com.
Please follow us on Facebook at Mortgage Chicks with Hot Tips.
And don't forget, we're also available where you listen to your podcasts. Happy
Happy
Memorial
Memorial
Day.